For humans, the undergrowth is hardly taken notice of, but for an insect, the tangled roots, the intertwining branches, and the brightly coloured flowers are a constant battleground between predator and prey. The cricket, an insect that's commonly found throughout the world in a wide range of habitats. From tropical rainforests to sandy beaches to underground caves. Crickets are well known for their jumping capabilities, but how do they carry out this incredible act? The hind legs of this particular family of insects are specially evolved to cope with the stresses of hopping around, with the femur and tibia being significantly more elongated compared to other invertebrates, as well as being supported by a number of muscle structures that enable the whole thing to take place. As well as their hopping abilities, crickets are also known for their musical talents. Many other times when you are walking through the heather or among the tall grass, and from some hidden location comes the shrill yet soothing chirp of a cricket. This is the result of the cricket rubbing one of its legs against a special apparatus on its back. However, this may come at a cost to the male, drawing in predators rather than the female they were hoping to attract. Back among the foliage, all seems well, yet there lingers in the air a dark sense of foreboding. This cricket's day is about to take a turn, and yet nothing can be seen. But among the leaves lurks an assassin, the likes of which the insect world has never seen before. Praying mantis, camouflaged, almost lifeless among the leaves, the cricket never saw it approaching. And yet its hunter had been watching, patiently waiting for its prey to get within reach. Slowly, it edges towards its victim, at a rate to appear almost motionless, so as not to lose its opportunity. All it takes is one false move. The praying mantis is one such example that has utilised camouflage to become a top predator by adapting to various habitats, the mantises of Asia or the Madagascan marbled mantis. These insects have managed to crop up around the globe without even being seen. As well as its camouflage, the praying mantis has a whole host of other extreme senses it can count on to catch its prey. The mantis eye, made up of the pseudopupil or false eye, and 3 ocelli or true eyes, aid this animal in spotting and keeping track of its prey. The forelegs, weapons designed for a merciless predator, raptorial in shape, enabling it to grasp onto its prey, yet still consisting of the key components of any arthropod leg. The inside edge of these arms are also covered in spikes, further preventing any helpless victims from escaping. But it's not just their prey that has to watch out. When they need to be, these creatures can be highly aggressive. An intruder, he won't take kindly to this. Prepared for battle, the two edge towards each other, both on guard and ready to strike at a moment's notice. A fighting mantis is a well-known sight throughout the Eastern world. Because of this, and because of its heritage, the praying mantis has inspired two forms of martial arts in China, and the mantis stance is prominent in both. A while later, and the fight still rages on, each male trying to break through the guard of the other and grab a hold of his opponent to make the killer blow. A warning swipe. To say just because I'm small doesn't mean I can't hold my own. After nearly an hour of stalemate, he decides to make a lucky escape. To live another day. This is not the victim of some long-ended war, but the skin of a growing mantis. Because of their exoskeleton, they cannot grow in the same way as mammals and birds. These creatures must molt, shedding their skin 4 or 5 times in the early stages of their life, enabling them to grow into the voracious predators that we see today.
In ancient Egyptian art, you get a lot of features from the natural environment, like insects, used in imagery but also in writing, because hieroglyphic script, the ancient Egyptian monumental texts, are based on pictures. And so one of the most common themes is insects. So you get scarab beetles, you get flies, you do occasionally get what some people have interpreted as praying mantises.
Ancient hieroglyphs often tell stories of how these creatures were integrated throughout the ancient world and its cultures, as can be seen on this 4,000-year-old stone tablet from Dendera in Egypt.
The praying mantis does appear in some tomb scenes where it may have the symbolism of giving direction or navigation to the dead tomb owner, so this would be very appropriate. It does appear rarely in the Book of the Dead, which is like a passport or a guidebook to the afterlife. So again, it would be an appropriate piece of symbolism that the praying mantis is a weird and wonderful thing which the Egyptians liked, which could give the Egyptian dead some sense of direction.
Looking at this incredible creature, it is easy to see how they have managed to intertwine with cultures all around the world and ascend into myth and legend.